Morning, my lovely students. My name is Sumayya Badr. I'm an English teacher from Palestine schools in Qatar. Today we will complete our lesson, period 1 and period 2. Today we will discuss the text about the wonders of modern medicine. Okay? We have period 4 and 5. Open your books, page 22. Okay? Now, look at these questions. I will try to read them and discuss the picture. Number 1, say who the woman in the picture is. Number 2, say what you think she's doing. Okay, now let's discuss the first question. Look at the picture. Who's this woman? Yes, she is Reginan Rashidi. Yes, she's the reporter. She is writing. I think she is asking some questions. She is asking the doctor some questions. Number 2, say what you think she is doing. Yes, she is probably interviewing a doctor. Okay, my lovely students, let's do activity 3 and activity 4. You have 4 questions, 2 in activity 3 and 2 in activity 4. Try to read them and discuss them. Don't forget to use the pictures in page 24. Okay? You have 5 minutes. Okay, now let's answer the questions in activity 3. Say what is happening in each picture. Say how each of these things helps people. I will answer for you both questions. Okay? A disabled athlete is using an artificial legs. This means that they can compete. B, a person is in a wheelchair, is using a ramp. This makes access easier for disabled people. C, a patient has been fitted with a bionic arm. This means that the patient still has the use of the 2 arms. D, a surgeon is doing keyhole surgery. This means that operations are much safer. E, a health worker is weighing a baby. This means that illness and health problems are found before it's too late. F, some medicine is being bagged. This means that medicine are available to more and more people. Okay, now let's answer for activity 4. Read and do the text. Say what you already know about Jinan Rashidi, and here numbers the pictures from 1 to 6 in order that you read about them. Okay, now I want you to read quickly the passage, the text, and try to answer activity 4. You have 5 minutes. Okay, now let's answer activity 4. Number 1, say what you already know about Jinan Rashidi. Yes, she's an amazing reporter. She's interviewing people in Palestine and writing articles for her magazine. She's doing a series of articles about hospitals in Palestine. Number the pictures. Here I put the numbers. Number 1 D, number 2 F, number 3 E, number 4 B, number 5 A, number 6 C. Now let's go to our text. Read and answer the questions. We try to read this text quickly and we try to answer the questions in activity 5. Listen to me, please. The Wonders of Modern Medicine by Jinan Rashidi. When I reported Walid's operation, lots of you said that you wanted to read more about medicine, so I met Dr. Mark Way of the London Medical College. We talked about various new inventions and discoveries, the speed of development in a huge, he said, and he added that it would continue in every area, including new medical operations and powerful new medicines. And he pointed out it isn't just a high-tech development. There's also much better basic health care around the world. That meant, he said, that people were living longer, healthier lives than their parents and grandparents had lived. Then we talked about disabled people. Dr. Way said that they had accepted their disabilities in the past, whereas some could now recover. For example, medical science was helping people to hear and see again. But can doctor do the same for the all disabled people? I asked. Sadly, no, at least not yet, he replied. But here's another important point. Disabled people today are being helped to live like everyone else. For example, many modern buildings have special ramps for people in wheelchairs. We discussed the new artificial legs that some disabled athletes had recently started using, and we agreed that they were fantastic. But he said, at our center, we're more interested in the body parts that connect with our brains. This was news to me, so I asked Dr. Way to tell me more. He explained that if someone lost an arm in an accident, they were now able to provide a new bionic arm. It looked bent and turned like a normal arm, he said, and it could understand messages from the brain that made it move. So the big point in this, he said, in the past, disabled people couldn't live normal lives, whereas today more and more can do. Okay, now let's back to our activity 5 and let's try to answer these 4 questions about this text. I will give you also 5 minutes in order to read the text carefully and try to answer the questions. Now, start please. Okay, let's answer the questions. Number 1, why did Jinan Rashidi contact Dr. Way? Because lots of her readers said they wanted to read more about medicine. Number 2, what was Dr. Way's general point about new development in medicine? The answer is yes, the speed of development is huge. Number 3, what was the general point about modern care for people with disabilities? Yes, disabled people are being helped to live like everyone else. Number 4, which area of people for disabled people did he seems to be most interested in? Yes, number 4 is, the answer of number 4 is he's most interested in body parts that can connect with our brains. Okay, I will give you 2 minutes in order to check the answers and try to correct the mistakes of them. Okay, now let's go to page 24, period 5, activity 3. Read the passage again and add the tags. Now I will let you to read the passage and try to answer these questions. Okay? You try to find the underlined words refers to what. Okay, my lovely student, let's check your answers. Now, line 18, sadly no refers to, yes, it is the answer to the question doctors can't do the same for disabled people. Line 25, they were now able to provide, yes, it's referred to doctors and at the center. Now, say what these phrases mean. Line 25, 4, on the right. This was news to me. Yes, it's referred to something I hadn't heard before. Line 27, so the big points in this, he said, yes, it's referred to the most important things. Now I will give you 2 minutes in order to check your answers and correct the mistakes of them. Okay, now let's go to activity 4. Read the passage again and complete the notes. You have 2-3 minutes in order to read the passage quickly and try to complete the notes. Okay, my lovely student, let's start. Let's answer these questions. Okay, these questions, this activity. Okay, number 1, huge development is in every area of, yes, medicine. For example, new types of, yes, medical operation. Number 2, new kinds of, yes, medicines. Number 3, better health care. Number 4, new help for disabled people. Examples of modern help for disabled people. Number 1, helping people to, yes, to live like everyone else. Putting, yes, ramps in building for people in wheelchairs. All of these changes help disabled people to live normal lives. Now you have 2 minutes in order to check your answers and correct the mistakes of them. Start, please. Now let's go to activity 5. Work in pairs. Use your notes to give a short summary. You will give short summary for our lesson. There are huge development in every. This is some notes that you can use them in order to make short summary for this activity. Okay, for this lesson, you can use them. For example, the first one, there are huge development in every. For example, there are new types of blah blah blah, new better, and new helps for. Examples of include. You can use these words in order to make the summary for our lesson. You have 2 minutes in order to make short summary for our lesson. Okay, now I here wrote an example for you. You can use it. I will read the example. Answer. There are huge new development in every area of medicine. For example, there are new types of medical operation, new medicines, better health care and new help for disabled people. Examples of help for disabled people include helping them to live like everyone else and putting ramps in buildings for people in wheelchair. Okay? You can use this example. You can write an example you want from your own idea. By this activity, I came to end. Okay, I came to end my lesson. Thank you very much for your attendance. I hope you get benefit from this lesson. See you inshallah ta'ala next class. Thank you very much.